Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome. It is I, troopersjp. Thank you for joining me as I play through Sundial Games' 2026 quest calendar, The Souls of Saraku, which is a 365-day solo RPG, and I am playing as the villain, Shade Murdstone, a Shadow Elf Bone Caller, which is a mix between a bard and a necromancer. And the evil overlord is dead, and we are trying to become the new evil overlord. We are on our way towards a town called Saltwind, which we're going to try to take over somehow. It was an important location for the old overlord, and we're going to try to make it ours. In the process, however, we conquered a Pegasus and turned it into a nightmare, which means we have a really cool horse. I replaced my little spider creature with I replaced my skull drake, which gives me I think I replaced one of the new ones I got, the one that gives me athlete and survival with the nightmare, because the nightmare has better athlete and I already have survival. So I did the replacement. We've got a full deck of pets. We have 3 henchmen. We need 2 more to fill up that slot, but that's where we are. We're heading towards Saltwind, and that is what we're doing on this day, Friday, March the 20th, 2026, also known as Fruits Day, Frost Melt 20. And so, let us begin. I'm not seeing any symbols for looting, but I am seeing a bunch of angry people with weapons yelling. Doesn't look good. Let's see what they have to say. You make it to the outskirts of Saltwind, your feet sore and tired. Before you can enter the city proper, however, a group of armed men swarm me, preventing me from going any farther. The man who looks to be the leader calls out to you in a booming voice. You are not welcome here. Go elsewhere, or we will slay you where you stand. We will not be slaves again to your wicked master. The other men shout in agreement, brandishing their weapons at me with a determined look in their eyes. Without a way around the group of men, I am forced to fight my way through. But perhaps I can better my odds with some carefully planned words. So, I have a choice. I can convince them I mean no harm. And that's a charisma check. I can use persuasive. If my notoriety is 2 or lower, I get a +2 bonus to this roll. If it is 3 or more, I get a -2 penalty to this roll. Or I can strike fear into them and demand their surrender. This is a strength check, which I can use intimidating. And if my notoriety is 2 or lower, I get a -2, but if it's 3 or more, I get a +2. So I'm not really a big strength person. We need to work on that. But I think we need to strike fear because, So before I describe it, I'm going to roll first. It's like roll and describe. You don't want to describe the really cool, awesome thing you do and then you roll a natural 1. So we're not going to do that. We're going to make this strength check. All right, let's see. We roll a 13. We roll a 13. Let's think about our bonuses. I have got a -1 to strength, which makes that a 12. However, I have a high notoriety, which brings that up to a 14. I could get more bonuses, but I'm not going to, because if the result is 14 or higher, which it is, so I'm going to do something really cool. I'm going to say, okay, imagine Shade Murdstone is riding atop this jet black nightmare with flames. It's very Ghost Rider coded, the comic book, except that rather than motorcycle, it's a horse, a demon horse. Anyhow, striding on top of this demon horse with the bone skull, shield, and bones everywhere, right? Creepy visage. I feel like I feel like Shade Birdstone definitely has that sort of light skin creepiness that happens when you're evil, when you go to the dark side. And behind me, I've got all of these minions. I've got 7 of them, and some of them are dead, but moving around. So I feel like I've got some like creepiness, and I'm feeling my oats. So I say, you wish to stop me from entering into Saltwind. Ha! You do not have to worry about being a slave to the Overlord, my master, because my master is dead, and I am the master now, and you have a choice. You can surrender and work for me freely, or I can kill you where you stand, and then you will be my slave in servitude as the undead skeleton for the rest of eternity. Which do you choose? The men hesitate, clearly shaken by Shade's words. I get a +2 bonus to my defense rolls for the combat on this page. Hey, I had a +2 to my combat with that. You know what? I don't think I need to worry about it. We're going into a fight, everyone. We're getting into a fight, and I would like to point out that because we're getting into a fight with regular people, I might be able to use my special vampire friend to perhaps get more minions. So we're going to fight them. We're going to fight the militia. And 3 rounds. Round 1, our target number is 11. I roll a 13 plus 4 is a 17. I roll a lot. Okay. Round 1, we're going to hit. Their health is a 5. And so let's see what we can do. We're rolling a 1d12 plus 1. I roll a 12. So this first one I'm going to vanquish, which means I'm going to get 1 gold, which is going to take me from a 24 gold to 25 gold. And wait. I've got my vampire friend, and it says here, when you defeat an enemy in combat, roll a d6. On a d6, revive a minion. And this vampire friend of mine has 4 energy, which means I can... fully healed up, so why don't we just roll that d6, because it might impact our descriptions. We roll a 4. Nope, no new minion, but that's fine. I'm gonna just put that there. Okay, so as Shade Murdstone laughs atop the nightmare, one of the defenders, the outskirt defenders of Saltwind, charges. However, you never want to charge against someone who has high ground, and by high ground I mean a demon horse, the nightmare. And as this person from Saltwind come charge me with a pitchfork, I imagine, I laugh, and I actually just trample him with my horse, just trample right over. And the burning hooves, it's like Ghost Riders in the sky, you know, but more like Nightmare and Shade, and I just trample all over him, and I laugh, ha ha ha, run now, or else you will be I will raise your bones, and you will serve me forever. And then the second fellow comes up at me, that's a 9, but I have a +4 to attack, which makes that a 13, and I only needed an 11. So the next one, and I need to roll up... to defeat him in this round, I need to roll a 5. Then I roll a 4. I have a damage potion that I'm going to take. It is the... Where are you, potion? It is the... Dragon's Fire. I only have 1 of them, but 1, I suspect, will be enough. Yes, so I rolled a 4, and I'm going to add another 3 to that to make that a 7. So I'm able to defeat this one as well, giving me, by the way, 2 gold, bringing my gold from 25 to 27. And why don't we just roll that d6 to find out if I can raise him from the dead? And I roll a 2. No, that's all right. And as I laugh, the next one, having an axe a bit more brave than the last, says, "You'll not take me. We will defeat you this only. There's not your... charges." And I take the rim of my shield, which has been sharpened to a a highly polished edge, and I just whip it across his throat. Blood everywhere. Blood. Gash. Open. And he crumples to the ground, and I say, now, what about you? Are you next? And the third fellow, I need to roll. I roll a lot. Do I do enough damage to kill him in one go? I roll for damage. Yes, I do. I absolutely do. By the way, I'm going to just go into my inventory and get rid of that dragon's fire. I kill that last one, which, by the way, gives me another gold, bringing my gold up to 28. And I'm going to roll one more time to see if I can turn this last one into a minion. Oh, dang it, 5, no. My vampire friend only has 1 energy left, but, and I have no extra minions, but that's okay, because I'm going to kill this guy too. And so, as this last fellow, the rest of the militia just run off, afraid, but this third one is trying to go and be brave. And they say, and runs, but I don't let him escape. I actually just take my dagger and I throw it at him, and I hit him right in the back, and I kill him. I pick up my dagger, of course, and I say, well, let's see what kind of welcome I get inside Saltwind. And that actually is the end of the session today. A little bit of combat, a little bit of murder. I'm kind of a badass evil villain. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I think Shade feels pretty great about it. But you know what? That's it for today, everybody. We got some gold, we killed some people in a badass way, and I love my horse. And I guess I will see you tomorrow for the weekend. If you like this, like, subscribe, leave some comments, and I will see you tomorrow for more of The Souls of Saraku. Thank you, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.